Greetings my lovelies and welcome to this reading. Hey, thank you for joining me. Virgo, welcome. This is your reading for August 2019. There were no July readings as I was away for the month of June and unable to upload July's. So we have had 2 eclipses in July, and in fact today is the morning of the second eclipse in July that I'm uploading this video. It's been a very active month. Eclipses tend to make us go within a little bit and think more about ourselves, what's going on in our world, where we want to head in the future, or things that haven't been aligning with us quite right. There's a tendency to want to fix things up or move into new spaces or directions. So oftentimes eclipses will become a little bit unsettling in many ways, and these effects can be felt for months on either side of the eclipses. Most astrologers are saying that these particular eclipses in July have been quite active and are quite energetic in creating some of those feelings amongst us. There were also 2 planets going retrograde in July, and they also tend to bring up things from the past or go over things that we thought we might have dealt with. They resurface again. So that's why July can have been a month of, you know, kind of strange feelings, activations, or meeting with people or going back over things in the past. All of these things might have surfaced. So as we move into August, those energies will die down a little bit. We do have a planet, and then I was going to say pattern. We do have a planet going retrograde, and it is Saturn, and that goes retrograde on the 11th of August. So we still have a little bit of that kind of backward type energy associated in this month, but it is calmer. No eclipses, not that we're aware of anyhow. The decks we are using here, these 2 are tarot and this is an oracle deck. Now you can see I've brought the sun into your reading today, which is really beautiful. There's nothing I can do to obscure it from this reading. So maybe there's a message for you guys about the sun, and we have just been talking about it at the beginning of the reading. So perhaps the sun for you guys is going to bring in some sort of new birth or awareness or awakening or energetic patterning. Because I've shuffled them, I am going to just cut them anyhow, because that way you'll know that nothing's going on, that it's all real and kosher. And we will start from wherever the cuts end up. I think I did that right. Okay, so Virgo. We were looking at relationships, health and career, and the first few that I managed to upload at the very beginning of the month, they did go that way, but there's been a bit of a hijacking going on since then, and the cards are more or less wanting to tell their own story in their own way. So I've kind of let that be the agenda for the readings. It's not my agenda. You know, when I do these readings, they come from a higher place than myself, so I just kind of follow the protocol. But I have been starting with these cards. This is a new deck for me, and they do work with chakra energy, so they have a lot of profound colour, vibrational patterning going through them, which really helps in a reading actually. Your first card is the Queen of Coins, which for a lot of you is yourself. This is the type of female energy of the coins, and Virgos, that's you, the earth sign energy. It doesn't have to completely resemble a female, but it does resemble the overall earth energies. Now they can be, most of the earth signs are quite solid, quite structured, quite grounded, logical, practical and thinking. So with this card, you can see the border of it here is kind of like the purpley blue. So we're up at this end of the body in that chakra field. This is actually the 3rd eye chakra, I believe. So this is coming to you through intuitive aspects, and also talking to you about connecting in with your intuitive abilities and helping it towards solving any goals or issues you might have. So if this is you, it could just be you firming up your strength or grounding yourself more as these months come on. Perhaps you have felt a little bit discombobulated or floaty, and it might be a really good idea to ground back down to nature. If it's not you, it could be someone you know, so a colleague, a friend, or a family member who is also on your mind or playing a role in something that is going on for the month. So let's just see what comes up next. Another person. So he's the King of Cups. He's a watery sign person. Maybe you've got a couple of people on your mind, and since we're starting off with court cards, it makes me feel as though August for you could be a busy month with people. Now, the court cards don't have to represent just people, of course. They can represent the situations that these type of court cards give off. She is often associated with money and career and finances as well. Now, he's very much about the emotions. He's a very listening, caring, supportive person. He can be someone that you can go to if you feel the need to discuss things and, you know, want to elaborate or want to find out more answers. So sometimes he could be a counselor or a mentor or someone along those lines. These two could be collaboratively tied together in and around a career or business prospect as well. She could be a loans manager or a person that you go to ask for money, to go towards something like a new career or business proposition, or she could be the HR person in a job where you work and he might be your overall boss, and there could be talks or negotiations coming around your career or a promotion or something to do with money or finances or the business itself. So when we get court cards in a reading, they can literally spin off so many different perspectives that you could give an entire reading based off 2 cards alone. If you look at the edge of this card, we see that we're more in the pinky perspectives. So that actually, I might correct myself with this one. I said it was the third eye. No, I'm right. This is the third eye. This is the crown chakra area, which is at the top of our head, the Sahasrara. Now this talks to us more about intuition again, and it talks about information coming in from the celestial or the higher self, the subconscious, your intuitive being as well. So when we pick up these first 2 cards, we are also being indicated or inclined to tune into the intuitive perspective of your life and see what you are telling yourself, or what your guides are guiding you to, or what angelic helpers are there to help you with for the month. These are both in this very high intuitive realm, connecting with the collective conscious, the etheric, the celestial, the angelic, the white light, the purple rays. All of those type of energies are here for you for this month to start off with, as well as the potential for people. And you know how we're talking now about the colour, the rays, the celestial, and I said to you the sun was in your reading, and it is. You can still see it there on my hand. So that's the white light energy, the rays that are coming in, and we're talking about it through these cards as well. So there's a real connection going on there. Wow. Okay, so when I started off and said perhaps it was you guys being grounded, we're not grounded at the moment in this part of the reading. We are flying high right now with all this amazing sunlight, the rays, the white light energy. You've now got a beautiful, very high celestial helper here, an Archangel Metatron, who's come in for your reading. So your first 3 cards are way up in this celestial realm. You can even see on Metatron's forehead his activated third eye, which is sort of pointing, and look at all the beautiful way the light is refracting off the card here. This is just more indication of being surrounded or bathed in celestial light coming to you. Some of you must be ready for some sort of activation, some sort of jump within your soul's path or journey, or like a real interest, if you haven't been before, in spiritual evolution or practices that are taking place. Some of you might be involving in creating a new business that sits in the spiritual realm or the soul level, journey that you're on yourself might be being elevated one way or another. And if this is the case, the eclipse may have brought to you some really special energies or events or ideas or creative forces or passions. Now, Metatron is a particularly good angel for communicating with, for channeling with. A lot of people channel with him, but he's also very good for protecting younger people. So if there's anyone in your life who's younger, who is going through any trauma, whether it be physical or emotional, he's a very good soul and angelic celestial protector. So 3 gorgeous cards to start your reading. It really is not earthbound at all, and certainly not at this stage. We may find that we float back down pardon me, and ground ourselves, but at the moment the messages I'm getting are just so celestial, and they're coming in through the top of the mind, but even more so they're giving you the visual dynamic of these rays of light that are coming in. And for the month of August, and even in July, if you happen to be lucky enough to listen to this reading, you can utilize this energy, at least of Metatron, for support, help, protection, nurture, ideas, bringing together things as well. We haven't finished the reading by any stretch of the imagination, so we'll see who else turns up. I think I'm going to pull another one from here. And hello, no surprises. We're losing the sun off the reading table a little bit right now, but I mentioned it even as we started the reading. So given that today is the celestial eclipse that has just happened, and the sun is in your reading, and you had it on the desk at the beginning, it's been shining on everything. There's a really big message here for you from the sun, from the bodies in heaven, you know, the planets that not control us, but that make up part of the reality that we live in. The sun is about new beginnings. Everything is awakened when the sun is round. Everything is given extra life to it. Creativity, passions, ideas, hopes, revelations, conception. There's a little tiny brand new baby in a like something that the stork would bring and deliver at the front door. So for some of you, even the possibility of a conception of a pregnancy or a new child coming into your life, whether it be in your family or through your career, through your extended family or community. The sun is a magnificent card to receive. It is just positive in every dynamic and perspective. We have another court card, no surprises. So possibly you are interacting with a lot of people, and maybe they bring great joy or harmony to you in this month. If not, these, as I said, are your abilities to connect with the higher self or the celestial world, to find answers, to progress your own spiritual evolution. This here, the Knight of Pentacles, when the young ones come in, like the pages and the knights, they are the beginning emphasis of something new coming, some sort of project or idea again. And we had this following the sun. So for some of you, this can be around career or finances. Again, we've got the earth sign energy back. So this is also about being practical and logical and doing not necessarily due diligence, but doing work around something new that you are wanting to promote or turn into fruitful harvest or grow or to nurture it. It pays to do your research, and it pays to give your Virgo craft into setting up this new thing that you're looking for, or that is being offered to you, or that is emerging at this point in time. Now, sometimes this can represent new jobs or wanting to find a new job or seeking for one, and generally it bodes quite well. For some of you, this could be a new potential partner coming in as well, and for others it will represent an earth sign younger person who is also on your mind. So youth is playing possibly a role within these last few cards, because Metatron is the protector and the energizer of youth. So don't forget that if this Knight of Pentacles is having any problems either, that you're either supervising or engaging with or putting energy into. Let's have a look and see what else is coming. The Four of Cups talks about a little bit of ambivalence sometimes in life, and sort of thinking that you might be looking to spread your wings or to go further afield in life. But this can be a time when we need to contemplate what we have around us. And sometimes we can do that again by connecting with our higher self and truly engaging in what it is we're seeking and what we really want, because sometimes we think we haven't got what we want, but we just haven't looked deep enough. This can also represent offers coming to you, so offers of possibly friendships, involvement, something that connects with the heart. It can also be offers of employment, but we see that the cup is right here as well. It could have something to do with this King of Cup about an offer, and we talked about that earlier, that these two may be connected one way or another. Let's see a little bit deeper. Well, you really are getting into, again, we're back still in this celestial realm, up here in the high end, receiving messages from the galactic side of life, which can be very empowering because it often jump starts us or kick starts us into new directions, or power houses our energy up. So it's like we get a bolt of lightning coming through with potential ideas and knowledge and understanding. Sometimes it's the fact that we seek, as I say, advice or collaboration with these people. So right now you've got 4 court cards that have popped in. So even though we're up here in this amazing, you know, understanding realm or connection to your soul's journey, or finding information attached along those lines, if we come back down to the earthly perspective of it with these 2 pentacle energies, it still can be about people in your life, and either something going on with these people, or attending events where they're there, or they are related to a project or a cooperation or a collaboration or a career, something. These 2 kings in this deck, they both look a little bit steely, as if they are stern, and yet in the other decks of tarot they're not quite as stern looking. But this one in particular looks almost a little bit like you'd be too scared to ask him for something, but he is the King of Cups, so normally he is very supportive and understanding. The King of Wands is a fire sign energy. He can be very entrepreneurial and extremely good with business related matters as well. So because these are general readings, you have to decide where these cards fit in your life, and is it an inner soul revelation that you're finding, or you are furthering your spiritual journey on life, or you're starting some sort of spiritual business, or something along those lines? Or is this more about people that you will be spending time with in August? Are they family members? Are they work colleagues? Are they someone who is setting up something, a group of people, like 3 people maybe, or 4, who are representatively forging something that's taking you ahead? There's a whole bunch of different perspectives to think upon. Goodness. Okay, so now we have the 3 of the kings. We're only missing 1. So we've now got the King of Swords. I'm getting lost myself with your reading, because you guys, you're getting so much messaging about this higher power, higher connection to source, to spirituality, to understanding your evolution, to finding as if something has just gone, like, oh my goodness, I understand where I'm headed, or I know what it is I want in life. But then we've got all these court cards coming in that are either working together, or family members that you're meeting or seeing. We've got some dogs popping in now, so there could be something about pets in the month of July and August for you as well. Three Kings will have some sort of meaning as well. Often when you get three of anything or two of anything, they are really wanting a message to come across. So whatever this message is, and again, you guys feel into it. Is it about people? Is it about your family? Is it about co-workers? Is it about supporters who could help you start up a business, or mentors, or doctors? Because sometimes these people represent doctors in different ways, like psychologists or surgeons or specialists or tax people or lawyers, all sorts of different things. Maybe it's a month of full-on action in these realms as well, where you're seeing and doing a lot of things at the physical end, and these people are part of that journey. I'm beginning to get a bit lost with all the kings you're bringing out. Oh my God. Oh, pardon the pun. This is the healer of the ages, and in real terms he represents Jesus' white light. So what is going on for you guys? This is an amazing reading. We've got this celestial energy, all of it here, it just literally exploding from my hands. You're so high up, and look at the light coming out of the top of the healer's the healer of the ages head and through his heart. Maybe some of you are going to have this epiphany of awareness or awakening or connection, and it's being brought to you at a very, very high level and awareness of understanding. It's growth beyond comprehension, almost at the spiritual, celestial level. It's wow. I mean, I'm just like breathless almost as I'm trying to encompass how deep this is going to mean for some of you. Look, I understand not everyone is even really interested in this high-end spiritual perspective, and you come here to listen to these readings sometimes just to find out what's going on in the month ahead. And if that's the case, then take these ones as being people who you will interact with, who are forging something or helping something to evolve or develop at the physical level. The Three Kings and the Queen, and some of these for you will be family members, definitely. But for others of you who are on a spiritual course or passion or journey, there's a hell of a lot going on. This eclipse must have been like a bolt of lightning, and it's literally only just finished hours ago. You know, we have this blossoming abundance as well. This is again positivity like the sun. It really just duplicates the message of the sun, and you can see that because the picture is almost identical in terms of color palette and just its etheric look. So this is positivity in the money sector as well. We have coins hidden within this picture. Some of you might find that you get some sort of financial blossoming of abundance, whether it's a pay rise, whether it's a small inheritance. It could be that some of you get together for a family event and there is money tied up in it. But wow, these are just beautiful. And there we have a sorrow coming in, a little bit of pain through the heart. The Three of Swords can represent three people, three events, or three, it can be a timing card as well, so like 3 days, weeks or months. Now you can see that we're in the yellow sector of the cards when we've had so many of these up through the very top of the head, the crown chakra and the third eye. We're now down here in the solar plexus region. But interestingly enough, this is about gaining physical strength and really the physicality of your body. But again, this is also gut instinct, listening to your intuitive powers and abilities to help make decisions around situations. Some of these people may have been involved in this feeling of pain for you, and you may have needed a healing to be brought about with these people. This could be something that's going on for some of you Virgos. So you may have had a reason to feel as though these people have not been fair or honest to you. This King of Wands, who's a fire sign, the King of Swords, who's an air sign, and the King of Cups, who's a water sign, and this woman, the Queen of Pentacles, who's an earth sign. These people all together may have actually caused a little bit of angst or pain, and that you may find that you will be getting a healing through some way. Or if you are able to let go of any trauma or pain, you will receive healing. This is a big card to get. He doesn't come out often. So he can help heal numerous things in your life, especially hurt, broken hearts, emotions, feelings of unworthiness or loss of self-confidence, because this card is about regaining your self-confidence in particular. And he's healing the heart as well as the soul or the mind coming down into here. So if you need any healing, or anyone in your family does, these people may need healing as well, these 4 people. And the Page, there may be some trauma that they're going through and they need your support. So do you see how many avenues we can go into here? And I think I need to stop on that particular pathway, because you have to sort that out at your individual level. But all I can tell you is your reading is profoundly another person. So that's 4, 5, 6 court cards have jumped into this reading. Definitely people are involved with you in the month of August. This Page could somehow be related with the Swords as well. The Hermit, he's very much about spiritual awakening, awareness, understanding what our spiritual path is about. So many people on the planet at the moment have reached a point where they are understanding that we're here to further our soul's journey and connect with the messages that we came to learn. And the Hermit is on that journey, and he finds some sort of epiphany or awakening. He becomes the wise man. The 9 of Wands tells you to keep going and not give up. It's a card of saying you might have been through a lot, you might have had a project on the go for a long time, but to not give up, because it is coming to a fruition. This is the orange now, you see, so we're in a different coloured border. And this is about passion, fire, creativity. It's through the sacral chakra area of the body. If you've been blocked in that area, so like lacking some form of creativity, it would be a good idea to do exercises or meditation, or go to a healer of the ages, or a light healer, or a Reiki healer, and get these areas unblocked, so that you can receive all of these messages and abundance that are coming to you from the universe. And the same could be going on here. Some of you may have been blocked in these areas, and you need to have them opened to receive your next messages on where you're heading for your next journey in life. One last card. We never really came down to earth in many ways for the reading, because this is the door to spirit. So this is the door that's guiding you right from the beginning of your reading, which has been so profoundly elevated and so up in the celestial world, and it continued all the way through. Some of you may come across feathers in your path, white feathers too. I'd really love to know, as the month moves on, if any of you do find synchronistic events with what you might term could have been spirit guides or passed over deceased loved ones leaving you messages. So it's things like white feathers, or seeing a white dove sit on your windowsill, or fly into your garden, or seeing butterflies, or having them land on you, or finding coins unexpectedly. They're all messages from the spirit world. So something about your spirituality, or that celestial world or the higher self or collective conscious is trying to engage with you from July on through August to enhance your journey, to bring healing into your life, to promote self-awareness, to show you of all the opportunities and possibilities that you have of blossoming abundance, of growth, of protection, of love, of all of the positive things in life, of your own knowledge and capacity to harness all of these amazing energies. So remember, if any of you had any healing that needed to be done, you've got so much opportunity in here to take it on board. And do you know what? That 3 of Hearts just fell to the ground as if it had gone as the healer came out. So let him heal any wounds or pain or even physical pain. But for some of you, if there is someone you know with physical heart conditions, get some healing to them. And it may be through you that the healing comes, or it may be through one of these angels such as Metatron or the other healers. You have a beautiful, beautiful reading, Virgo. You should be really enthralled with that because it's outstanding, absolutely stunning. Thank you for joining me for the reading, and please sub the channel and hit the notification button. It's really hard when YouTube keep changing the logarithms for channels, and a lot of people's, keywords or whatever get blocked, and then the channels drop behind and they're not easy to find. And it happens to everyone from time to time. But if you're subscribed and you hit the notification button, you will see the uploads one way or another. So I wish you all a very, very amazing July and August, and any healing that is required in your life, there is an availability for you to uplift the healing and also to help anybody else in your life who might need healing. Or if this situation with these people is not pleasant, it could be healed as well. You have a wonderful, almost magical reading that I think this energy could cast you forward for many months if you activate it. So thank you again, everyone. Many, many blessings of love and harmony and healing. Thank you again for listening. Much love. Namaste.